Hey everyone, I want to talk about something important today because it's time to get back to our roots around free expression on Facebook and Instagram. I started building social media to give people a voice. I gave a speech at Georgetown 5 years ago about the importance of protecting free expression, and I still believe this today. But a lot has happened over the last several years. There's been widespread debate about potential harms from online content. Governments and legacy media have pushed to censor more and more. A lot of this is clearly political.
Guys, this is a big win for all content creators on Facebook worldwide. Now, I don't want to say anything. I want you to listen to Mark Zugerburg. After you listen to him, I'm coming back to break down, to explain details of what he has said. Please, as you watch this video, like it and please share it, okay? This is a win, especially to we in Africa. I'll be right back. Let's watch the video now. Thank you.
Hey everyone. I want to talk about something important today because it's time to get back to our roots around free expression on Facebook and Instagram. I started building social media to give people a voice. I gave a speech at Georgetown 5 years ago about the importance of protecting free expression, and I still believe this today. But a lot has happened over the last several years. There's been widespread debate about potential harms from online content. Governments and legacy media have pushed to censor more and more. A lot of this is clearly political, but there's also a lot of legitimately bad stuff out there. Drugs, terrorism, child exploitation. These are things that we take very seriously, and I want to make sure that we handle responsibly. So we built a lot of complex systems to moderate content. But the problem with complex systems is they make mistakes. Even if they accidentally censor just 1% of posts, that's millions of people. And we've reached a point where it's just too many mistakes and too much censorship. The recent elections also feel like a cultural tipping point towards once again prioritizing speech. So we're going to get back to our roots and focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our policies, and restoring free expression on our platforms. More specifically, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to get rid of fact checkers and replace them with community notes similar to X, starting in the US. After Trump first got elected in 2016, the legacy media wrote non-stop about how misinformation was a threat to democracy. We tried in good faith to address those concerns without becoming the arbiters of truth. But the fact checkers have just been too politically biased and have destroyed more trust than they've created, especially in the US. So over the next couple of months, we're going to phase in a more comprehensive community notes system. Second, we're going to simplify our content policies and get rid of a bunch of restrictions on topics like immigration and gender that are just out of touch with mainstream discourse. What started as a movement to be more inclusive has increasingly been used to shut down opinions and shut out people with different ideas, and it's gone too far. So I want to make sure that people can share their beliefs and experiences on our platforms. Third, we're changing how we enforce our policies to reduce the mistakes that account for the vast majority of censorship on our platforms. We used to have filters that scanned for any policy violation. Now, we're going to focus those filters on tackling illegal and high-severity violations. And for lower severity violations, we're going to rely on someone reporting an issue before we take action. The problem is that the filters make mistakes, and they take down a lot of content that they shouldn't. So by dialing them back, we're going to dramatically reduce the amount of censorship on our platforms. We're also going to tune our content filters to require much higher confidence before taking down content. The reality is that this is a trade-off. It means we're going to catch less bad stuff, but we'll also reduce the number of innocent people's posts and accounts that we accidentally take down. Fourth, we're bringing back civic content. For a while, the community asked to see less politics because it was making people stressed. So we stopped recommending these posts. But it feels like we're in a new era now, and we're starting to get feedback that people want to see this content again. So we're going to start phasing this back into Facebook, Instagram, and Threads while working to keep the communities friendly and positive. Fifth, we're going to move our trust and safety and content moderation teams out of California, and our US-based content review is going to be based in Texas. As we work to promote free expression, I think that it will help us build trust to do this work in places where there is less concern about the bias of our teams. Finally, we're going to work with President Trump to push back on governments around the world that are going after American companies and pushing to censor more. The US has the strongest constitutional protections for free expression in the world. Europe has an ever-increasing number of laws institutionalizing censorship and making it difficult to build anything innovative there. Latin American countries have secret courts that can order companies to quietly take things down. China has censored our apps from even working in the country. The only way that we can push back on this global trend is with the support of the US government. And that's why it's been so difficult over the past 4 years when even the US government has pushed for censorship. By going after us and other American companies, it has emboldened other governments to go even further. But now we have the opportunity to restore free expression, and I am excited to take it. It'll take time to get this right, and these are complex systems, they're never going to be perfect. There's also a lot of illegal stuff that we still need to work very hard to remove. But the bottom line is that after years of having our content moderation work focus primarily on removing content, it is time to focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our systems, and getting back to our roots about giving people voice. I'm looking forward to this next chapter. Stay good out there, and more to come soon.
I'm super excited with this news. And any Facebook content creator who come across this speech of Mark Zugerburg will be overjoyed. All right. Now, a couple of things I picked from the speech of Mark Zugerburg. Number one, he said as a result of the emergence of President Trump, they're going to push for free speech, which was the original intent why Facebook was created. He said that the previous administration of Biden, this past administration that is going, was the one that pushed forward, that so much pushed for, censorship of free speech. And it's very correct. You have been on Facebook, I was on Facebook that period. You understand, following everything. Now, it's as a result of that. Number one, this is just a few days to Trump swearing in when he's doing this. He said they want to work with Trump to push for free speech. Number one. Number two, it's as a result of this. They are, first of all, they want to do away with fact checkers because most of them be political bias. Who are these fact checkers? Now, Facebook had in every country of the world, they have citizens of that country that they employ who work with them as fact checkers. A lot of us, right, we have suffered from this. Saying this, my personal experience to butcher was Mark Zugerburg said. He said some of these fact checkers that they have been politically biased. Let me tell you my personal story. In 2023, most of you know, I was going very, very viral on this video. I will drop a video. As I drop the video, under 1 hour, I'm sure of having 5 to 10,000 views. Under 1 hour. Guess what? I was going extremely viral because people like my political analysis. But what happened, friends? One of these, I discovered that one of my videos was flagged. And when your video is flagged, your page will be put on restriction. And when it's put on restriction, Facebook recommend every video, not necessarily your followers and watch your video. Good video, they push it forward, right? Now, immediately that fast checker flagged my video, right? Now, it now affect my recommendation. They are no longer recommending my video. There's nothing Facebook could do when they have a policy on ground. But guess what? This fast checker that flagged my video lied, 100% lied. He said I said that the Senate president of Nigeria was impeached when I never said so. Follow me, oh, follow me. All I said was that I said it's at the verge. It's at the verge of being impeached. Then they were deliberating on it, and I even read my news. That is what saved me. I read my news from from Vanguard newspaper. So when the Facebook fact checker put it that I said a Senate president was impeached, which was purely lies. I now went to research the name because I expect if you say you are working with Facebook, right? You should be professional. You shouldn't come and say something that I never said. And worst of all, you now punish me, punish my page for it. You understand? It was so painful. And I went to research the name of this fact checker just to be sure, because before then, I know Tinubu already got an intel from Abuja. How Tinubu hates me personally, Holy Ghost for calling Pablo Escobar, for doing content on him every day, and I was on his watch list. Now, I've already got it and eaten. So, in order to just satisfy my curiosity, I researched the name of this fact checker. And guess what? I saw it was a Yoruba fact checker, Adeola. Okay. And I knew that this was an agent of Tinubu. Clear. You can see that even Zugerburg on Facebook said it with his mouth that most of them were politically biased. So some of you are close to me and be saying this to you people. So Adeola, okay, that was when I wrote to Facebook that number one, I am an activist. I am a citizen of Nigeria. I have the right to free speech. I have the right to scrutinize and criticize a public office holder who are doing something wrong. I said, but this your fact checker is an agent of the government that I'm fighting. I said, because number one, it's just lied that I said Senate President is there. I said, I never said so. All I said that the Senate President was at the verge of being impeached. I even asked at the comment section, are you in support that the Senate President should be impeached or not to be impeached? So how would I be asking such questions if I'm written? I said, I never said so. I said, number two, I read my news from Nigeria National Daily, Vanguard, and I sent the link of the news. I sent it to them. Less than few hours, they lifted the restriction. But guess what? As they lifted the restriction, my recommendation was already affected. My film was still not recommendable as a result of that act. I wrote to them, they said there's nothing they can do, that one is being controlled by their AI, by their robot. I should continue post after a while on his way to come back. It took almost 3 months for that thing to come back. But meanwhile, that restriction was removed. Because if it was not removed, I've got another extra restriction that it can delete my page. So are you saying how this thing is a win for us? Now, the second time they also gave me another flagging was around November, October last year. When I did a video that this person was called the defense staff, the former army defense staff, right? As died secretly in London, right? They were hiding it. Guess what? They flagged my video. No, I saw this back today. I said, no, I'm only exposing. This is not, I'm not lying. I read that news from Post newspaper. I read it from Vanguard. I said I read it from National Daily. So they have to hold anybody accountable. They should hold the National Daily. Instantly, they also lifted it. And less than 2 days, they are now saying that the chief of defense staff has gone. They lifted it, but I didn't receive any apology. So this thing, Masugabe say, if you are one of those who have taken content creating as your job, as a job, you are making thousands of dollars. You understand? Online, you will know how painful it is. You know what? When you can comfortably make $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, you can comfortably make $3,000 from Facebook. And one person, because of that useless lie, malicious lie, you now flag your video is not going far again. Now you might struggle to even make come out $200, $300. Do you know how painful it is? So this is a win. And most of you see that some of us supported Donald Trump is now so paying off. He said, because Mazugabe said with his man, listen to the video again, this past going administration of Biden, they push for censorship. And if you recall, it was that period Trump was living that this censorship of his issue came fully well. That is living, they said they are happy to go back to the original intent why Facebook was created. I love this. I think it's a win for all content creators. Please share this video to encourage other content creators who may have not have seen this video. All right. Thanks and God bless you.